Hey everybody, this is Cyrock Omega, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer gaming. As Kami Germany, we're gonna invade Japan. And unmute.
Changing to ships.
Okay, we're live. I forget if this is the first time I've actually played Hearts of Iron 4 since I got a webcam. If it is, hello, this is my face. Enjoy it. Because I don't. So, yeah, we're trying to invade Japan now. And, how was the best way to do that? We were kind of hoping that Steve could start getting some naval landings around there. I'm also eating dinner, so enjoy that, too.
You'll hear me eating dinner as well. And
well, they'll be able to see me eating dinner.
Yeah, Steve, you gotta start trying to take some of these islands away from them.
I'm working on it. I got naval invasions planned. We'll see how they go. I can't guarantee anything of value. That's my motto. Like, I hope these invasions go better than my naval invasion of Ireland. That's all I have.
You know, it's hard to not do better than that.
Well, it would be hard, but you know, there's always room for improvement.
I mean, it just did so well. I mean, it was like, not a single shot was fired. Everyone was happy. You know? The government was all like, you know what? This is a great idea. Alright, so, I'm just gonna unpause.
Well, no, they don't stop us better for the Germans.
Oh, yeah, it's like, they didn't have
The
guns.
They didn't have nothing. We had sent a bunch of troops with nothing over there.
It's like a bunch of rowboats.
Oh no, they had like all the landing craft required, just not the weapons or the armor, or any of that.
It took them a while to get those landing craft too. Let's not forget that.
I mean, we did make half our troops swim across the English Channel. True.
You know, I love that you.
Those rowboats did reach them eventually, and the thing is, after that, the landing craft we're only a month or two behind, so it's really not an issue when you get down to the basic facts. I mean, when you really get down to it, it was a success because they showed Ireland. We really showed Ireland just how strong we were.
Yeah. Yeah, you really did. No question about how strong you were. Alright, so invading Japan. We do have air superiority. Oddly enough, not over Manchuria, though. That's fine, I guess. I don't know. I like how Iraq has some planes stationed in Russian Far East. You know, they're helpers.
They should.
It's like, of all the people to be hanging out, like, in this weird communist war, it's Iraq. Alright, so, we still got like 2 years to see if we can nuke them, right?
Yeah, I think so.
How am I doing on that? I think I'm doing pretty okay.
The nuking is going to be meaningless unless we can get rid of some of their ships.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, I've got 140 days until nuclear reactors.
And by some, I mean like 80.
Hmm. Hmm. Should definitely have some of these guys be doing port strikes. Actually, like, don't need to be doing any close air support. Just do port strikes. Stank those boats.
You know, relocating some of that industry might not be a bad idea. Then I can just rebuild those buildings in Moscow, which has good infrastructure.
We do have naval dominance off the coast of Japan and the Sea of Japan. And now East China Sea, so that's great. Now, weren't you invading Taiwan or whatever, Steve?
He was trying.
I have a naval invasion queued up there.
Okay. Greater Hungary was was a major in this because they founded the faction.
Yep.
Greater Hungary, more like Lesser Hungary. Got them because they're dead now.
I think Japan has too many navy units around here to really for me to make a naval invasion.
Right now, you're contesting the seas around there.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting bad signs from the region. Okay, I'll be right back. Though it's still working its way up. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if my navy is quite powerful enough for this to work out too well. So we'll see what happens.
I feel like that should have been what you were. I feel like that should have been what you should have been focusing on.
Well, it probably should have been, but it's something we thought about earlier. And I didn't think about that because I don't really think about the Navy too much in this game. I haven't really had a huge use for it. But yeah, that would have been the best idea I would have had for Spain to be the naval power of this group.
Oh yeah, guys. One thing I was thinking of for like another campaign that could be fun
Mm-hmm.
would be if like we did the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah, because that would force us to learn naval stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't have. Yeah, it's true. We wouldn't have a choice except to do it.
Yeah, so like one person would be Japan, one person would be Manchuria, and the other one would probably be like Siam or Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be cool. I'll be right back.
We would co-prosperiate so hard. We'd prosper cooperatively with the best of them.
Hmm.
Oh, I did sink with my planes a single destroyer in Tokyo. We're getting there, we're getting there. Right now I'm working on just bombing in the Sea of Japan. Hoping that'll, well, I mean, we kind of have them boxed in there, don't we? Hmm.
Angetreten. Zuhören. Angetreten. Achtung!
Our geologists have found a number of promising resource deposits within our territories. We can spend some capital to develop these fields. Advances in extraction technology might make more deposits viable for exploitation. Now getting some oil in Lower Austria. Cool.
Zuhören!
Hmm.
Okay. What's going on around Japan right now?
Right now, I'm seeing if I could do naval strikes in the East China Sea.
We've got them contained for the most part within the home islands, I think.
Yeah.
I have to warn you, I feel like I'm going to be limited use right now. If I had built up a huge fleet, that would be a different story, but because I'm mostly like army base, I think it's going to be difficult for me to. We'll see how these landings go, but you know.
Yeah, you just want to try and get anywhere we have dominance that they have a small island. See if you can like get someone in there.
Hey, Rogue Tiger.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining me. How you doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm sort of planning out right now.
Hmm.
My troops are finally starting to make it here.
Oh, wow. I sunk a carrier.
Nice.
Nice. Congrats. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
Looks like most of what I'm sinking are convoys. Which is to be expected considering most of my fleet is submarines.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, most of my destroyers got sunk on their way over here.
Hmm. The irony. They're called the Destroyers, but they truly were the ones that were destroyed. Makes you think.
Do have some. Maybe I could get another... Oh, I could probably get an escort fleet. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
We're sinking boats, boys! Bit by bit. I mean, at this rate, we might be alright at this rate.
Bit by bit, boat by boat, we sink the boats. Why are there American troops in my country?
Probably let them in.
Because, yeah.
Yeah, that's really why.
Oh yeah, I've got some battleships here. And I have exactly enough destroyers to screen them. Awesome. Okay.
So, do we want highs? I think we want low sub-visibility, just making sure.
Yeah. Whichever one is green.
Yeah.
We want low, I imagine, sub visibility.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
I'm just thinking that the more visible a submarine is,
Yeah. It's like, I know. It's
the
like...
less likely it is to survive an armed encounter with another vessel. That's just my personal guess. I don't know anything about submarines or military tactics. All I know is that if you can really see it really well, probably isn't a good thing.
Yeah, I know. I just want to make absolutely certain that it's like... The number, the higher the number doesn't mean that it's good. The green arrow definitely does help. It's kind of like, for most statistics in this, you want, like, a big number. It's like, you want high hard attack, soft attack, stuff like that. But, in this instance, visibility, low, good. Alright, sinking submarines here and there. And I'm making the best kinds of submarines that I can.
That's good. I would have to question your sanity if you were making the worst.
Depends on your outlook on navies.
And human life.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how important truly are your sailors?
Do they need oxygen?
Yeah. Are we talking like how are we talking like German sort of perspective, or are we talking like Russian perspective on how many people you just need to die? You know what they say about Russia and their, their exports.
Main exports?
Yeah. Currently, my main exports are some submarines. Like, tons of submarines.
So like I said, for our next campaign, I think we should come up with like a long-term strategy. We're like, right now, if we had like sat down and thought about like, okay, what are we going to be doing after we have our faction put together? What's our individual roles going to be?
Yeah.
We probably were identified pretty early on that like I would be the best choice for the naval person. And so that'd be what I'd start focusing on immediately. I feel like for our next one, we should do something like that, where we're like, okay, what's gonna be our specific niche? Like what can we do that the other ones can't? What can we do well? Or
it, sort of thing.
Well, we're probably going to make you Japan, so the answer for that is, for you, everything.
Well, sure, in that case, yes. But no, I'm just saying, like, overall. Like, I think this game could have gone a lot better if we had sat down earlier and, like, thought about, like, where we'd be at this point in the game. Like, what are we doing now?
Well, we did. It's just that
we're not in, like, a horrible position. But we're also, like, not in the optimal position either.
Well, we did. It's just that a lot of what we were going to be doing got rendered not possible because of the expansion. Like, without the La Resistance expansion, I probably could have ended this pretty quickly. It wouldn't have taken much for me to start a civil war in Japan, and we'd have a way in.
Pretty specifically about, like, our military, like, specialties. Like, I should have been specializing in, naval. That would have been the best thing. And if we had gone and talked about, like, kind of stuff like that earlier on, like, where we're going to be, like, at this point, but not, like what we're focusing on. Like, you, as Soviet Union, you're going to have to focus on a number of different things. I mean, John probably should be focusing mostly on the Air Force.
How is my Air Force doing? I definitely get more planes out here. Fighter 1. I should be making better airplanes, I think. I haven't actually done too much of that. Oh, I could be making my Fighter 2s.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I got a lot of time of naval research.
John, you have paratroopers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna be planning is I'm gonna be planning invasions along the coast of Honshu.
Okay.
You think you could queue like your paratroopers to maybe take Kyushu?
I'll see about getting to that. And right now, I'm trying to regain dominance, like air dominance over Japan. We have since lost it. Alright, I'm trying to bomb off the coast of Japan. That's probably where most of their boats are. I would wager. Well, you know, no. Hold on. Not even do that. Port strikes here. I've been playing a bunch of Pokemon lately, and I'm thinking, what would be a cool next location for them to have, I think we've talked about this before, but where would be a next sort of location to have the next one take place? I know it's pretty early.
Gary, Indiana.
Well,
Gary,
you say that, but it's not unlikely that they would make something that takes place around, like, southern Lake Michigan. Like, if a Chicago were to be in Pokemon, a Gary, Indiana is not unfeasible.
I'd hope so. That'd be great. You could have a huge Pokemon battle right outside the Michael Jackson statue.
Yeah.
The golden
Shanghai.
Michael Jackson statue.
Shanghai would be interesting,
Shanghai
yeah.
would be a good place. Yeah, I think that's a good one. Dubai.
Dark Sage, thanks for joining me. I mean, it's a fantasy fulfillment.
Let's see.
Los Angeles would be cool.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like GTA 5, though.
Well, I mean,
What if you just
New York is where GTA 4 and 3 are, and they've already made a New
is where
York.
Gen 5 takes place.
Exactly. Like, it's kind of centered around New York City, but also includes a lot of things that are, like, actual upstate New York. Oop, don't
How
do that.
about New Orleans would be good.
Yeah.
That'd definitely be good. That'd be a great setting for any video game. But
Yeah, I think, oh, that'd be cool. You don't see swamps that much in Pokemon games. At least from what I've noticed.
That'd be good for Pokemon. That'd be a really fun setting for like a 3D Pokemon game. I don't know. I mean,
There's Swamp Gen 5.
Oh, okay.
It's a pain in the ass because every couple of feet you get attacked by a Stunfisk.
Hmm.
They're the Zubats of the swamp.
Gross. Have you been doing things like prepare collaboration governments, Chris?
No, because we're not planning on attacking any of the people I've been focusing on.
Okay.
I've been trying to get people to join our faction, you know, the diplomatic ways.
Yeah.
Also, I wasn't expecting us to be fighting Japan as early as we were.
Okay. I'm just trying to infiltrate their air force right now. But yeah, I feel like New Orleans would probably be one of the later one. Like that's not really one of the main things that. Imagine you're like just someone that's lived in Japan their whole life, and you're not really hyper familiar with like American society. Like, New Orleans is...
I still think New Orleans would be a good setting because
It would be.
it's really. I mean, no, I'm just saying it would be probably. a
I
good
mean, I
setting.
wouldn't have thought that about Phoenix, Arizona, but that was the first American city to appear in a Pokemon game.
That is true.
Yeah, Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, they already did that one, Steve. That was in
No,
Coliseum.
I know. That's what Chris just said.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
Like again, like Phoenix, Arizona is way less recognizable than New Orleans.
Yeah. But you do have that point. I'll give you that.
Way
Yeah,
less
that was a great game. All of the suburbs are suffering from like extreme water shortages and the economy drying up. Meanwhile, in Phoenix, they waste millions of gallons of water every day on fountains.
Yep.
just like in real life.
Exactly. There could be one about, like, just Texas as a whole. That could be kind of cool.
In Texas?
Yeah, certainly is recognizable.
Yeah, well, it's very big.
Yeah. I mean, but, like, area-wise, would you say, like, as far as area goes, like, we've had games that take place in, like, all of northern France and pretty much all of Great Britain. That's a good bit of area. A lot more than even just the regions in Japan. That would be the largest, though, if it was the entirety of Texas. Maybe if it was even just... I think they could cram
Wait, you think
most
they
of
could make
Texas
the
in.
entire? Wait, whoa! Are you trying to say that they should make like to scale Texas
No,
in the
no,
Pokemon?
not at all. It's not a freaking... It's not
Oh wait,
like...
that's what I thought you were saying there for a second.
No.
Which I was like, that's insane.
That'd be
To
pointless.
scale Texas. Don't get me wrong. That would be kind of awesome. Like, this is the Pokemon game. Oh, guess what? It takes place in a to-scale Texas, inch by inch. That would be kind of amazing. But
It's not the
at same
second
time-
Elder Scrolls game.
Well, but it's still like randomly generated most of it. Like if you actually play the game.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, that's one old game I was not able to get into, Staggerfall, and I've tried.
Yeah, I've tried
like 4 or
multiple.
5 times. I don't know. Maybe it's just, if you were around at that time, it would have played, like, I don't know, it might have been more bearable. But there is one game, and like, I love the original Fallouts and games like that, which came out around the same time, and can still play them today completely fine. And Daggerfall, I could not get through, like, even the first. Like, I played it for like a solid like 40 minutes. Started some kind of quest.
I've
Tried
played.
to fast travel, and then I was like, oh my god, just everything looks the same.
I've regularly played Planescape Torment, which not only is that an old computer game, but it's running 2nd edition D&D. Like, they have THACO rolls.
Thaco. Like, what's the point?
It's really confusing.
Roll low to do good in the most important things that you could do. But you want to roll high in, like, checks, I think. Isn't that it? It's like, to hit, you have to roll low.
No, it's THACO is if they have no modifiers on their armor, it's what you need to roll to hit them. To hit armor class 0.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got my naval invasions prepping. It'll take a while, though. In about 60 days, I'll be able to start my assault.
Because of strikes, I just lost like 1 million of my civilian factories.
So they keep building.
Come on, guys, we're a communist republic. Like, who are you
You don't need to
striking
do-
against? Yourselves? It's cooperatively owned.
Says the man who owns everything in the country.
Shush, 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 shush. Shh.
Yeah, Chris, this is everyone's company, not just
Yeah, man.
my company. It's everyone's company. Well, why do you make all the money then? Because I
Look,
am
man.
everybody.
I am the state.
Ooh, Mexico's about to expand the war even more.
Oh, who are they attacking? Colombia?
Uh,
Oh,
no, they're attacking
Peru?
more people in South America.
Hmm.
At this point, if Paraguay asks to join, do not let them in.
Okay.
Why not?
Because
Okay.
then we'd have to protect them from Mexico, which means we would have to protect them from
Oh.
the US and Britain.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. No, it's a good point. That's game over for us. There's no more.
So, on that note, I'm going to stop pressuring them. Let's see, who is... faction?
Bereit! Befehle? Befehle?
So it's kind of interesting that they, back to Pokemon, how they had last two were both in Europe. So do you think they would?
No, they weren't.
What was the? Oh, that's right.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. So 2 of the last 3.
Okay, Hawaii's in Europe.
Yeah, like most people, I've forgotten about Sun and Moon.
No, Moon's okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure most of the complaints against it were kind of unfounded. I don't even know what the specific complaints were, but
Had good music.
well, it's Pokemon, so you'd hope there'd be good music. So,
And of course, Cynthia came back to kick your ass again.
So,
You do not know the pain of Cynthia. I cannot wait until you do Gen 4.
yeah, I've heard that she's bad. It's gonna be a while, though, probably. I want to get
If you've
the
ever
capture
wondered
card.
what it's like to play against a competitive player when you've never done anything like that, battle Cynthia. All of her Pokemon are perfect.
Hmm.
And she combines some of the best Pokemon in their desired roles together. Like, she has one of the greatest glass cannons and one of the greatest tanks that she will use back to back.
Did you ever beat her?
Oh, yeah, I did, but it took forever.
Angetreten.
And she has a balanced team, so there's not much you can, take advantage of. She's probably the toughest trainer in any of the games. So naturally, she comes back in multiple ones as a super boss.
So, yeah, anyway. So it's, they've been going between... So
The first four are all in Japan.
Yeah, and so then there was...
5 is New York.
New York, and then there was France, then
Yep.
Hawaii,
Yep.
and then England, Britain.
Yep.
So I wonder if they're gonna keep
It's
going back and
mostly England.
forth. Yeah, yeah. I know the DLC is supposed to pretty much add Scotland.
Yeah, the
And-
DLC is going to add Scotland, and I think...
One of them is supposed to be the Isle of Man.
Yeah, that's the one that's coming out soon.
Cool. So I wonder if they're gonna keep going between those and have the next one take place in the US again.
Probably not.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to just keep getting more of the regions of Japan, and I just have the whole thing.
I mean,
Well-
they've got pretty much most of it at this point.
I wouldn't say so. But they've got
Okay, so Gen 1 is
Kanto.
Kanto, so it's that area right by Tokyo.
Yeah.
Gen 2 is Osaka. Gen 3 is the entire island of Kyushu. And then Gen 4 is the entire island of Hokkaido plus South Sakhalin.
I mean,
So
there's still a lot of
in
the north of
Yeah, in
the
the
main
main-
island, the area west of Kanto and Johto, and really just like a lot of the southern bit of the main island as well.
No, they've done most of the southern bit of the main island.
Really? I mean,
Yeah.
that really it goes that far? Like in Gen 2?
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, like, the only bit of the south that they haven't done is Hiroshima. So I guess they could do that.
I was really waiting for these strikes to be over, because it's really eating up my resources. I basically can do nothing, like, production-wise. Construction is literally halted.
So how much you want to bet those people are chanting about how much better it was under Hitler?
Ugh.
Zuhören! Bereit! Zuhören!
They did a bunch of the archipelago islands in Gen 3 too.
Yeah, the Sevi
With the
Islands.
fire red and leaf green, yeah.
Yeah, very big.
So how's your invasion of Taiwan going?
Me or him?
Him.
I mean, it looks like, just looking at this map... Okay, and just comparing it to what we've got here in... It's like in the real... Like, just on this map of actual Japan. I mean, it looks like the, what was it, Cyanwood is kind of like the island of Shikoku. Like, that's the very eastern bit, is Cyanwood. And so, like, I feel like most of Shugoku and most of Shikoku are not in a game. But definitely all of Kansai, Tokai, and Kanto, obviously, are in it. Where it seems like the western parts are not there. Like, if they take, like, like, northern... The northern parts, I mean. Like, the northern coast. Like, Kansai, Kushinetsu, Hokuriku are not in it at all. So, if they could make one game, probably with all of those. One with Shukoku, and the rest of Shikoku. And then one with Tohoku. And that would be all of Japan. Because even just looking at this map of the Gen 1 and 2 areas, like, it's a thorough map of all the places that you move around in. But then there's a whole lot of area that's north of it that's kind of obscured.
Okay, so I am about 30 days away from my final naval invasion being ready.
Excellent. Where are you heading to again?
I'm gonna try and take as much as I can of the northern coast.
Excellent.
80.
Interesting.
But I'm gonna need naval dominance in a couple areas to be able to do it.
So, was the Dominican Republic part of the... It was part of, the, Act of Rome, I think?
Act?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, because it has been occupied by Britain. And, the Netherlands is going for the American West Indies Protectorate. So yeah, I would say they have at least 3 generations worth of Japan left.
Okay. I think we have naval dominance in... Yeah, we have naval dominance in all the areas I need, so... I'm just
Excellent.
waiting on the timer now. Be nice if Steve could have been helpful, but...
But you can't expect that much? I sunk a battleship, too.
Nice. That's what we want.
Bit by bit.
Yeah, they're down to just over 100 ships.
Oh, wow.
Well, considering when we started this session, they were at 130.
Alright, the strikes are over, and I do my heroic... my heroic, speech. Thank you.
Where you reassure the populace that things were not better under Hitler?
Yep. It really wasn't that hard. I rode it on a train over.
Yeah.
Steve, are you back yet?
Alright, so you said you're going for Hokkaido?
No. Well, yeah, I'm gonna send a fleet. I'm gonna send a small group of people there too, because I don't think they have a large army presence.
Okay. Like, just tell me where you want my dudes to be so I can reinforce you.
Well, hey, anywhere you can get. You know what? Since my front on Hokkaido is probably gonna be the weakest, anywhere you can get to the western coast the fastest would be good.
Okay. I mean, as long as you have the beachhead and a port so I can invade, that'd be great.
Yeah, there's a port in South Sakhalin. That's where my guys are chilling.
Alright, I'll send one of my armies there.
But I don't. Oh crap! There's no port. There's no ports in Hokkaido. Never mind. I'll have to take that myself.
Alright, yeah.
Hmm.
I'll just send my dudes to the one in the northern part.
If I don't, maybe if you can
Tohoku.
focus on taking Kyushu with like everything you've got.
Yeah, okay. I need to get an invasion going there, though.
Ihre Befehle. Zuhören. Bereit.
Okay.
Zuhören.
Okay,
My
Steve.
copy now. What's up?
We're gonna be able to. I'm gonna be able to start my assault on Japan soon. So
Okay, well, I'm researching a bunch of popes.
do you have any planes you can send to help you gain superiority in the South China Sea?
Probably.
Because you are 6% supremacy away from being able to launch
Here's the
your
thing, I've been
invasion
building a lot of
from Taiwan.
naval planes, so I don't know, like, as far as naval planes go, probably not.
Not naval planes. What you need are fighters.
Just fighters?
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Fighters.
Yeah, you want air
Ground
superiority.
support.
You want air superiority over the South China Sea.
Right. I got that right now. It's just that I don't think it's what I've been doing. Let me see.
Bereit.
I have any fighters. I have fighter 2 being built. Oh, right. No, I should have fighters, actually. What I don't have is an airport around here.
Well, build one in Macau.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Doesn't have any slots.
It should have a slot for an airport. There's no way it doesn't have slots for an airport.
Let me see.
You can build an airport in any state.
Ah, okay, here we go. We're building one now.
Befehle.
Okay. We got 3 airports under construction in Macau.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
So I feel like this
Bereit zum
game is just
Ausrücken.
going to be us kind of getting ready, and then maybe the next one's going to be...
Achtung.
Dude, I'm a week away from being ready.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Ausrücken.
then we're going to be ready to invade
Angetreten.
pretty soon.
Zuhören.
I thought you were a little bit further away from that.
Angetreten. Ausrücken. Befehle. Ausrücken.
And I'll have my first airbase done in
Bereit
1
zum
week, so
Ausrücken.
I'll be ready with the South China Sea just around the same time.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Zuhören.
Like, how much... you've barely played Pokemon, right, Steve?
Yeah, I've barely played any Pokemon.
I recommend them.
When I played them, I think they're great games. I
Like,
just never
did you-
really gotten into them because I never had like a Game Boy or anything.
Mm-hmm. My most powerful armored car is a Puma. Because it looks more like a Puma than a Warthog, really.
Naturally.
Or why would he call it a Warthog if it looks more like some kind of Puma? You know, a big cat.
Why not just call it Big Cat?
Mm-hmm. Alright, it sunk 4 submarines.
Woohoo. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Okay, I got like 2 days and my airport be ready.
Well, just as soon as you can, try and get your invasions of Taiwan going. We want to.
Yeah. No, I mean, as soon as I have air superiority, I think I'm going to be launching them.
I'm
I don't
doing,
think they have too many troops defending those areas. I'm really hoping they don't.
I'm doing an invasion of Chukoku. It'll be a couple days, couple months,
Okay.
but
Yeah, it's going to be probably about a month before I can really do my launch, but...
Okay, I'm going now.
Good luck, Chris. We believe in you.
Befehle!
Do you mind turning the speed down so I can micromanage this?
Yeah, once we get into the invasion, I'd really appreciate that too.
alright, speed 3 okay for now?
Yeah.
Achtung! Bereit! Angetreten! Angetreten! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Ihre Befehle? Achtung! Achtung!
Yeah, the good news about Japan is they don't tend not to garrison their home base nearly as well as they should.
Awesome.
But if you can't coordinate multiple naval invasions, it's not going to do you any good. Which is why in single player I can almost never get it done.
Gotcha.
I pulled it off as Manchuria once, though.
Angetreten!
Yeah, I've still got 65 days.
Okay, I'm ready to unpause whenever.
Yep, I'm not doing anything.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, got my airplanes going in for the South China Sea. Should have air superiority now.
We do not have it over the home island.
Yeah, if you can get more fighters going, that'd be good. You're getting closer there, Steve.
Yeah, I just need the South China Sea, right? Just focus on that,
Yeah.
or is there anywhere else around there that we want to hit as well?
Ooh, I forgot to... reveal intel. Go. Over here.
Oh. Oh, that's where you were landing. Okay.
I'm landing all over the place, dude.
Alright, let's take Hiroshima and I'll send my dudes to support.
Bereit zum Ausrücken! Zuhören!
Japanese operative captured. We have ways of making you talk.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, I got a lot of production on fighters right now.
Even with this, I've still got to do a bunch of micromanaging.
Alright, I'm gonna stop having them do port strikes, and I'll start doing close air support. It's not looking great.
No, it's not. I wasn't able to get as many ports as I needed.
Do you want to go for Taiwan now? Or should I hold off?
No, do whatever you can, Steve.
Okay, then start sending these groups. People go. What? Why are there names? Oh, God. Let's get rid of these.
Ihre Befehle?
Like, are your boats trolling, like, the East China Sea at all, Steve?
Yeah, they are.
How many? Like, do you have...
I know I had enough. The
John, I'm
the
about to
orders
take a
got
port in the north.
Oh, okay.
The orders, something happened with the orders where they got like reassigned or something to different groups.
Like, it doesn't look like you have any boats anywhere, just from what I'm looking at.
That wouldn't make any sense. I thought I sent some over here.
Like,
last time.
I'm only seeing Soviet boats, like in anything.
Let me see. You see where my fucking boats are at?
But you have them, like, patrolling sea regions?
I only have one boat.
Wow. You've really not been doing anything.
If my boats all died.
Hmm.
I had more than one boat before. No, I had more than one boat. I have plenty of boats. Okay, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Like, what the fuck? Sorry. That kind of freaked me out for a second there. So I have boats. It says they're in the South China Sea. Main task force, 13 ship, 0 capital. Mission patrol. What should I have them set at? Patrol or convoy raiding or strike force or?
Probably patrol?
Depends on the boat.
Okay, well they're there then.
John, I have
Alright.
a port.
I see it.
Ihre Befehle?
Got my guys selected. Alright, they're moving in. Hopefully they don't get killed on the way.
Zuhören! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Bereit! Angetreten! Achtung! Ihre Befehle? Achtung! Zuhören!
You know,
Ihre Befehle?
you guys,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that none of us picked up early on that I shouldn't be the boat guy in this campaign speaks ill of all of us.
I mean,
I believe I told you you should be the boat guy, and you
No,
ignored me.
no. I'm saying that I shouldn't have been, like me specifically.
you were the one that kinda...
All the problems we've had with boats, or I've had with boats,
Yeah.
in all of our various Paradox games. I should not have been the boat guy. This was predictable at the end of the day.
But you also chose Portugal.
It's true. But I also took control of Spain. Borders France, which went fascist. And it seemed like that would be where I'd be fighting. But
Oh, you
France-
will be.
At some point, yeah. By that point, we're all going to have jet airplanes.
Not every jet is good. The jet tack bomber is really good, but the other ones aren't particularly
we're all
necessary.
we're going to have them, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're going to be good. I'm saying that by the time that we're fighting the Allies in an actual hot war, we're probably going to have maxed out our tech tree.
Befehle?
Okay, so I got these naval invasions preparing.
Well,
All
you
right.
know, if they
My army should be there.
Very
shortly. You want me to just have them on the south?
Yeah, start marching south. So we're about to take control of, you know, at the very least, this channel.
Yeah, be right back.
Ihre Befehle.
And we're... Oh, hold on.
Bereit. Zuhören. Ihre Befehle. Bereit. Zuhören.
Germany is coming to save the day! Huh. Man, I love how no one in the Allies is like, you know, this is a problem? I think they should stop.
Usually someone does do that.
Nope. Ecuador is in the Pact of Rome now. You know, it's about time Mexico got their dues.
Zuhören.
Oh,
Angetreten.
I'm building a port in Chugoku.
Awesome.
I should have thought of that earlier.
Bereit.
Yeah, I was thinking that I was gonna... probably should have mentioned that. Alright. And if you could maybe upgrade the naval base in Tohoku, that would probably help as well.
Befehle.
Being upgraded.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle. Bereit. Befehle.
Alright, just gotta get all my dudes on the line. And we'll start marching it shortly. Oh yeah, he's dead. Long dead. We're commies here. It's in the title.
Befehle.
Super dead. Alright, once my guys have a decent bit of organization, I'm gonna start marching. Actually, well, I mean, a couple of their spots, they're kind of weak already. Let's just go ahead and just push. Hold on, did I...
Zeigt es ihnen!
There we go. Alright, once my dudes are in position, you know what, let's just push right now. We're doing alright in the center. We also got rid of Stalin, too. And he did nothing wrong.
And we got rid of Trotsky.
Yeah, we got rid of Trotsky and replaced him with Trotsky.
Yep. I don't know what's wrong with this naval invasion. But something's clearly
Like,
wrong.
you're trying to invade where
You don't
from what?
have naval supremacy. I don't know how many times I can tell you.
Well, I'm trying to get naval supremacy. I'm working on it.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
adding stuff to the things, but
where are your boats and what are they doing?
they're all in the South China Sea.
Are they on strike forces?
No, they're in patrol.
Patrol doesn't get you naval supremacy.
Well, I asked about that. Here we go.
And I told you it depends on what the boat is. If you have capital ships, then they should be on invasion or strike force.
Suchen
They're what's
Deckung.
going to get you naval supremacy.
All I got are submarines.
Then they should be on convoy raiding.
You've only been building submarines?
That was just all I got. I've been building ships.
Submarines are the worst patrol ship you can have. Well, the good news is they're under 100 ships.
You said we need to get them under 80?
We need to get them under 30.
Oh, wow.
Ah! What do you mean design lacks one or more required?
Does it have a gun?
I gotta go and research more naval stuff.
Befehle! Bereit!
We just need to always give you landlocked countries.
Bereit! Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Ihre Befehle? Angetreten. Befehle?
What are you fiddling with there?
Hmm?
You were messing with something.
No, I wasn't.
I mean, I could hear it. I can hear it now. And... oh.
Bereit.
Sure, it's not the air conditioner in the background?
I mean, it doesn't sound like an air conditioner. It sounds like it's just like... touching, you're like moving the mic around or something.
I'm nowhere close to the mic.
No,
maybe-
it's not me either.
I can't hear anything now.
Befehle?
Hmm. Upgrading that port is at your highest thing, right?
Yep.
Cool.
It takes a long time to upgrade ports.
It's also very damaged.
Zuhören.
Oh, I see some of your boats, Steve. Good, good.
Oh yeah, now they're doing things.
And maybe if you upgrade your naval base, you'll be able to put more boats in there. Like right now, it's just level 1.
Let me check it out.
Oh, you should... Okay, hold on. I probably haven't been doing this smart either.
Greift weiter an! Bereit! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Ihre Befehle?
So, I don't get... Oh, hold on, are they...
Bereit! Befehle?
Like, I don't get why strategic redeployment turns off after you stop looking at the army that's being strategically redeployed.
No clue.
Control B? Okay.
Ihre Befehle! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Ihre Befehle?
Okay, I guess I just have to use the keyboard shortcut. I guess. I think? I don't know.
Okay, where are...
Okay, right now we've got naval dominance of South and East China Seas.
No, we don't. Oh, now we do. Launch your invasion, Steve. Steve?
Yeah, no, I'm telling them to do it.
Okay.
They're not doing it, but
Are you sure? You told them to do it.
it says there's no units assigned to the order.
Did you control
Assign your
click?
units to the order.
What?
Control right click on with the army that order is for on that
I
order.
know, I have. It's not letting me.
Are you having it go to, like, the southern bit of Taiwan?
Yep.
Oh, well, now we don't have dominance. Now we don't have supremacy.
I don't know why it's telling me there's no units assigned to the order, because I definitely have units assigned to the order.
Has it failed once already?
No. This is a totally new planned invasion that I did in this game. We haven't even tried one yet in this game, so...
Zuhören. Ihre Befehle? Ihre Befehle!
Nah, I don't think that's quite working.
Ziel anvisiert.
I'm gonna halt the attack.
Bereit. Befehle! Bereit!
Unfortunately, it looks like they've crammed their entire army into Japan.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to do an invasion around Hiroshima.
Yeah, I've got one prepping too, but that army is kind of battered, so they're not going to be able to help for a while.
I'm gonna do air invasion into Hiroshima, like paradrop in Hiroshima and areas around it, and then move an army into the base and hopefully take a lot of southern Japan.
Bereit.
And the good news is we have complete control of Hokkaido.
Yeah. That's something.
And I've got another port built up there, so if we lose our footing here, we have a way back in.
We also have Macau. Incredibly useful port.
That has been thoroughly upgraded. Right?
Well, we're upgrading it right now.
You've upgraded its infrastructure as well, right? Like, you've got...
No, he hasn't.
You have
Oh,
80
no,
divisions sitting in there, taking massive attrition, and have 0 organization. Great.
We're talking about infrastructure.
I thought you'd know about infrastructure by now. It's basically food. And you have none of it. Sir, can we eat? No!
Is there anything I must not do in this country? Is there one single thing that my advisors are worth less than fucking shit for? What the fuck do I have a cabinet for? They don't build the infrastructure. I have to write all the policy reports myself. I assigned somebody to have control of my research department for the Navy, and yet I am the one who has to sit on my desk and research every fucking fire alarm and smoke detector and the hull itself. I have to do all that.
That is pretty funny. It's
And
like,
on top of that, I have to build the infrastructure. Oh, and you're going to complain about how you weren't getting food?
Befehle. Zuhören.
alright, I'm gonna see about another little push. If you can maybe send some of your guys to distract so those... See how well we do.
Oh, yeah. I guess
Okay.
the tank isn't in the right position. Guess whose fault it is? Because we don't have any real commanders. We have to do all the work for them. They get all the glory.
Suchen Deckung.
If only we had some nuclear bombs.
Dude, tell me about it.
They're down to 89 ships, so we're getting there.
Inch by inch.
The president's going to personally direct your tank battalion for a little bit, sir. Stevens can push over here right now. Oh, let him do it. Let him do it.
Weiter, weiter.
I mean, he built the infrastructure all by himself. Why can't he do it? That's where the cowboy edition would actually come. You have to handle the Dust Bowl. It's like the Black Death in CK2, where it just keeps getting bigger if the United States doesn't handle it.
Spreads into Canada and Mexico.
Oh no, it spreads across the Atlantic Ocean. I mean, it doesn't need to make sense.
Hey, it's 1945.
Yeah, look at how different the world is today with this 1945.
Angetreten.
Because it's not super different. Could be a lot.
And so, Steve, do you see how the U.S. is not even attempting to help us?
No. I mean, yeah. I do see
That is why it's so hard to invade Japan, the base game, the single player.
Because they're not going to help.
Yeah.
Do they never attempt to invade Japan?
Oh, they do, but it's always at the worst possible moment.
And they fail a lot.
Yeah.
And they have not even really tried to take any of the islands.
No.
There's
I
no
just
space
gave
for
them
them.
permission. I gave them permission to use my country as a staging base, so hopefully now they'll do. Oh my God! They just canceled it.
Yeah. Heckin' commies, we don't need you.
We're gonna crash the moon into Japan. They canceled it?
Yep.
Have you tried
gave
some
them-
other one?
I gave them permission to station troops in my country, and they said after about a week they said no.
That wouldn't be very useful for them, to be honest with you. Chris.
Your country smells funny.
Their country's kind of small. You need
Okay, they took Osaka.
Wait, what?
Okay, you know,
They
as we're
took
talking
Osaka.
about it.
Okay.
Huh. That's funny.
Well, we'll
I guess
see
they
if
didn't
can
need
hold
it.
Achtung.
That's great. They've got a port. They'll let, if you ask them, they'll let you use it.
But do I want to? Because then we're just gonna give more territory to them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then maybe then I won't. It'd be nice to invade Taiwan, but I won't. But I'm building infrastructure there.
Good.
Thanks to our failed invasion, the central government has learned of the horrifying failures of the infrastructure of Macau.
Angetreten.
Until that point, they thought the reports of the massive amount of their soldiers dying were fabricated.
No, they just were thrown into the garbage. The reports never made it to the central office.
Okay, I'm gonna just stop the
Zuhören.
attack in the north.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Let them get some of their troops off this line. America can be a big hamburger-filled distraction.
America is a hamburger film distraction.
Exactly. They're great at it.
Make it, make it, make it. Damn it, they didn't make it.
Zuhören.
Oh, damn it. They got credit for my landing.
Oh, gross.
Oh, it sucks.
Stupid Americans.
Once again, taking credit from Soviet People's Republic.
Like that one time that the Soviets invented freedom. Freaking Americans. claiming that they didn't make their country before 1918 or whatever.
Well, the Americans made freedom pride.
Alright, this is good.
Yeah, let the Americans do some work.
Alright, I'm actually gonna move my dudes to try and invade the same spot again, because they've only got 6 divisions right now.
Ihre Befehle.
And you guys can
I'll
attack
have my
there.
guys pin down the others.
Yeah.
Literally, any country that is on the same side in the war with the U.S. should be saying that. Let the U.S. do some work.
Befehle.
At least in terms of World War I and II. Because by that point, your country has probably lost like 8 million people, 9 million people,
Greif weiter an.
compared to the U.S. of like 400,000, maybe. I mean, what are the casualty rates in our game right now? Or, let's check out the war.
I have
The US
lost...
actually lost a lot of people because the AI isn't very smart.
Yeah. I've lost 500,000.
Let's see.
3 million.
Nice.
Okay, so I've lost 13,000.
It's my leading export.
Italy and Peru. I lost 447 troops in Peru. I don't know what the fuck that happened.
It's probably your, like, a failed invasion or something.
Of what? Not Peru. I didn't have to invade Peru.
Auf geht's.
Let's see.
I think I'm gonna get it.
Ausrücken.
Okay, so the United States lost 1.12 million people.
What? You?
Yep. Oh, United States.
Oh, okay. I was about to
Oh,
say.
I took Hiroshima.
Nice.
No, I did not. I have not lost 100. I haven't lost 1 million people. I've lost.
Alright, hopefully we'll get a little bit of a... Oh, come on. You're reinforced.
Steve, if you want to send some troops to Hiroshima, you totally can.
Yeah, let me see about doing that.
Vorwärts, Männer.
Okay, they should be on their way. Sending all my troops to Hiroshima.
No, not 80 divisions.
Befehle.
No.
Uh-oh. Well. They are on their way, Chris.
They
And
said
that
there's...
is how we lost Hiroshima.
Yeah. Stop them, Steve. Send them back.
I'm working on it. I'm seeing what I can do.
Boys! There's food in Hiroshima! Food!
I don't think we can stop, guys. Oh, fuck. Yeah, they're all... I can't turn them around.
Oh,
Zeigt es ihnen.
God.
And
The
you,
entire fucking Portuguese army?
man, you've got, like, Italy-level plays, Steve.
What?
You've got Italy-level plays.
Can you imagine how frustrated your troops are?
I can't. I've been hungry once.
How many? All. What do you mean? The whole army. We're getting on the food to feed all those people.
What? Food? Sir, food is a myth. Alright, doesn't look like we're gonna get any more forward progress here.
I should have landed them in the American area.
No, don't, dude. Well,
That would have destroyed their supply limit.
Well, I mean, we don't want them to lose. We just don't want them. We also just don't want them to win.
But instead, they're gonna hit Chris.
Steve, like, as soon as your guys get here, start spreading them out as
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
madly as possible.
Okay, I'm getting.
Yeah.
You want? You think it's enough that I send 24 dudes to Hiroshima?
Don't send any more people to Hiroshima.
Is it enough?
Oh man. Oh, I can see them moving.
How many troops are coming? All of Portugal.
There are
What?
80 divisions heading there.
Can you imagine Japan's just like intelligence? What the fuck is that? Like, what's even happening? The entire Portuguese army. With a very small home guard at home. But the vast majority, 80 divisions of Portuguese soldiers will land in Japanese soil soon.
We start eating the dirt. There's food here. I forgot what
The
it
best
tastes
part
like.
of this book? They just got moved out of here as
I took
infrastructure
Nagasaki.
is being completed. What?
Alright, so
I took
also-
Nagasaki.
Hey.
Alright, more supply. Excellent. Oh, jeez. I think I'll let Steve's guys make their landing. And then we'll see what happens. Like, just, at that point, just micro and just get everything in the south there.
I thought I was going to be going for the north, but I can go for the south instead.
I mean, eventually...
I'm landing people in the south. There's gonna be nowhere for him to go in the south.
Yeah, I was planning to go to the north. Actually, I was planning to go to the island just to the south of...
So you're going to Kyushu?
Shikoku.
Okay.
That's kind of my plan, is to move that way, and then also to Shugoku as well. Because with 80 divisions, I'm be able to hit both of those places for sure.
I mean, it's good that we've got
But,
most of their army here in the north.
Well, the Americans are, you know, they're fighting, it seems...
Yeah, they're blocking, like, the entire rest of their army.
Yeah.
You've got a couple dudes squeezed between.
Yeah, Steve, if you can get to Kyushu, that would probably be the best place for you to go for.
Yeah, I mean, we're still on our way. Look, it takes the entire Portuguese army some time to get around. Kyushu, you said?
Yeah, you know what that island is, right?
Yeah, I see Kyushu. That's the one in the south.
Yeah.
So you don't want me going after Kochi?
Well, I'm trying to land people there, but
Oh, okay. I thought you were landing people on Kyushu. Okay,
No.
I can go to Kyushu instead, just for sure.
see,
Yeah, I see. He's took control of that. Yeah, we'll be here pretty soon.
Hmm. Yeah, we're good, and we should definitely do some landings, like... trying to circumvent the American line.
The American line is starting to fold.
It's doing okay. They're winning the battles.
They're winning the battles, but it's shrunk considerably. We want to as quickly as possible, eliminate the Japanese power forces in the south.
Yeah, it's very soon.
And then
There are only like
immediately
5
afterwards,
divisions.
we need to fortify this front line.
Oh, I can finally build some nuclear reactors.
Sick. Have I been working on that? I forget. I could.
Greift weiter an!
Okay. The south is pretty much cleaned up.
Ausrücken!
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can push soon, hopefully. Like once they're...
Achtung!
Oop.
Hey, would you guys be able to do a day in the week at all, possible?
Unlikely.
Day, maybe? Something like that?
Unlikely.
Unlikely? Okay. Figured, but... Thought I'd, push it.
Ausrücken!
Alright, I've got potential here. If I'm lucky, we might be able to get in the Sendai. And then maybe even encircle all this nonsense.
That'd be great.
Very optimistic, but we'll see. how quickly my guys can move.
Befehle. Angetreten.
If you could have your guys move in the very eastern province in the north as well, that would help.
Alright.
My guys are.
Are they moving?
Oh, these. They're trying.
Okay.
Angetreten.
Like, if you could send your cavalry to encircle them, like, if we could get into Sendai and then to the west, that'd be awesome.
Sendai?
Yeah, it's the, like, only city in the north that,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know where it is.
Vorrücken.
okay, we are counterattacking.
Ausrücken. Zeigt es ihnen!
I'm sending some guys to reinforce the American line.
Okay.
I'd rather them not lose Osaka. Osaka.
Alright. This could be very good.
I have a naval invasion of Tokyo being planned.
Excellent. Going 98.
Okay, we have Kyushu.
Nice.
Yep. South is gone.
Wait, they still have one island, Steve.
I
March
know.
south.
We're marching towards it as we speak.
Okay.
It'll be ours in a couple of days.
Supply is not good there.
No, but we'll win.
Just in your entire southern occupation.
Weiter, weiter!
See if you can plan a couple naval invasions of Osaka and maybe the north of Taiwan.
Alright, that
Not
one...
Osaka, Okinawa.
Alright, so the dudes that are attacking in the Sendai, like, you have one more guy that is not moving right now. Could you... Like, we are just stuck at 98%. Could you see if we can push it over? With that one dude?
Are you talking to me or Chris?
Chris.
Okay.
I think he did more harm than good.
Ugh. I guess... they got another dude in there. Like, why is it not moving?
Okay, marching north.
The Americans lost Osaka.
Good job, losers.
Los, ausrücken! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Bereit! Angetreten! Befehle!
I'm just gonna have all my guys stop advancing except for the ones that are trying to take Sendai. We were at 98%! How did we not get 2 more?
No, I gotta go in a few minutes. But to let you guys know, right now I've got my battle plan set up now.
Mm-hmm.
I've split my forces into 2 armies basically. Which are they're not that far from each other. They can be they're just for organizational purposes. And one of them is will be ready to attack. The other one is behind the American line. They're there because I don't want to stack all of my army in one area and, get our supply messed up. Why is there a siren? There's an alarm sound going. Oh, it must be the boats. It must be the boats. If you zoom in real close, you're going to hear an alarm sound from the boats being on fire. Anyway, that's what that is. I heard I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't think that's because they're on fire, but, sure.
Los, los, los!
Well, that might be the fire alarm. Which this game makes you research. There's one thing I think this game shouldn't make you research.
I'm just gonna have my guys stop.
Doesn't the president has to approve the fire alarm? I hope not. I hope it's not how it works.
Befehle!
And I lost 8 divisions.
Ihre Befehle! Bereit! Ihre Befehle!
I'd suggest stopping your attack in the north, Chris. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good place for us to... Unless we have anything we want to finish up real quick.
Not particularly.
Because I think we're in a pretty decent position.
Achtung!
It's going to take a while to take out Japan just because they have a lot of troops here and they're tough, but... Between my troops, your troops...
Your many, many divisions.
Yeah, my entire army. And those, ever ingenious Americans. their wily plans like canceling docking rights.
While Mexico continues to just needlessly expand the war.
You know, one of the funniest things about this game is that, you know, World War II can occasionally happen just because of a small country making a very bizarre decision.
You could say that's how World War One started.
That is how World War One started, so it's not unrealistic by any means. Then again, Archduke Ferdinand was kind of asking for it.
And so how long until your Tokyo invasion, Chris?
About 2 weeks.
Okay.
Bereit zum
So should we
Ausrücken.
start off the next one with it, or do you want to try to get it started tonight, or what's...
I would kind of like to try and get it started.
Oh, we can get
But
it started.
if you have to go, then we can
Uh,
stop.
I'd prefer to be off by like 8:45 if that's possible, but I can go to 9 about if we need to. But we can get it started for sure. I don't know if we'll be able to finish it, but
Angetreten. Ausrücken.
84 ships.
Hmm.
Japan?
Yeah.
Befehle.
Let's see. Do I have any naval bomber frames? Maybe I could get a couple more going. Oh, I have a decent amount. Yeah, let's do this.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Okay, I've got some more naval bombers dropping bombs in the water around Japan.
Alright, air power is definitely on our side. I'm baffled at how much fuel I need, apparently.
Well, you are Germany.
Yeah.
By fuel, you do mean meth, right?
Ugh. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me amphetamines.
Yeah. When you play as Germany, you have to build a whole separate set of infrastructure just to deliver the meth to the troops. There's a mod for the game you could hit.
Ugh.
Bruce, how's the invasion coming?
My soldiers got pinned down.
Oh, shit.
If the Americans can get their troops in here to reinforce, then it'll be able to go off without a hitch.
No good.
Ihre Befehle.
My paratroopers were in the wrong province, so I was not able to actually get any landings. So hopefully I will fix that. I'll just plot my dudes around Tokyo. And I hope they don't die.
You could always like drop them on Japan's last air base, and we can like cut off their air force entirely.
Yeah, that is true. Where? Oh, it's right there, yeah. That wouldn't be a bad idea. It is a little bit of ways from their port, though. If we could just cut
I
off...
can't do anything down here, to be honest. I'm like looking at this, and there's really...
Yeah, Steve, see if you can take the islands.
Like by naval invasion?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I'll,
Achtung.
Wait, can I draw a fence line there? Like, no, there's no way.
Oh, you could send those. You see those 35 people in Shinjuku? Attack Osaka. Let's bleed
Osaka?
Japan a bit.
Achtung.
Yeah. Let's bleed Japan a bit.
Wait, where is Osaka right now?
Right across the channel.
Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, I don't know if I can take it. I take it
You don't have
earlier
to
and
take
I was
that. We just
trying-
want to bleed them of a bit of their guns.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just losing a lot of. I'm just losing that battle pretty intensely. But I'll
Okay,
send
my-
troops.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we lose. We just want to put some hurt on them.
Wait for it. Hold on. Get that notification. Hopefully it'll go.
Yeah, my naval invasion's going.
Yeah. Trip the Snake. Thanks for the raid. How are you guys doing? Do I not have a notification? Wait. Where's that notification? Come on. I thought I had one. Why is it not working? Yeah. What brings you here? Awesome, thanks. Yep. I like to play a lot of Paradox strategy games. Hearts of Iron 4, I've been playing a lot of multiplayer, kind of once a week. See. Yeah. And I also play just kind of whatever else I want to be playing. I'm glad you like Imperial Rome. Maybe someday I will like it too.
I knew you were gonna say something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've not been able to get super into it. I mean, it's okay, I guess, but I don't know.
It hasn't clicked with you the way that like the other Paradox games
No,
had.
like all of them, like I got into very quickly. Imperial Rome, not so much. What was I doing? Oh, yeah.
Actually, I've gotta get moving.
What should play
Ooh,
when
I'm winning.
you raid me?
Let's see. Because I have my troops basically at what? Strikes. God damn it.
That is sadly, it is also quiet.
Anyway, yeah, I gotta get moving, but I have my troops in the south. I'm gathering all of them over there. I'm gonna try to make a push for Osaka, not this time, but the next time.
Yeah, I played Imperial Rome when the patch came out, along with the most recent DLC. So, I mean, it's better. It's not a bad game by any means. Oh, hold on. Let's at least see if we could get this. If you need to head out, Steve, that's cool, but we will end as soon as this invasion is resolved.
About Japan, or?
Yeah, it's like Chris is getting into Tokyo right now.
Oh, yeah? Okay, well, I'll stick around to see that.
Okay. It's like
give me 1 sec, though. I'll be right back.
Trading and pop system. I don't know, I feel like that's probably the least interesting thing about the game to me. I don't really care, or I don't know if I fully understand the trading. And I don't really care about the population. Like, I like that they're giving so much detail to it, but it's like, how it works, I don't think I care at all. I wish it was a bit more simplistic, maybe, that I could just kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'll get used to it. I would like to try it one of these days. Maybe it's because of who I was playing as that I need to maybe try a different country first.
Aren't you like the Etruscans?
Yeah, I was playing as the Etruscans.
Alright.
Alright, and as soon as you take that port next to Tokyo, I will send my army to go help.
Great. I've got an army waiting too.
One dude
And
down
it's
there.
ours.
Yeah, you got Tokyo.
Time for the port. Once we take Osaka, I think the war's over.
Yeah, it's like, of course all the Paradox games aren't the same. Like, it's important that they're all different, and I appreciate... Yep, Fall of Tokyo.
So, I've never seen this.
Alright, yeah, let's read. Soviet forces have converged on Tokyo, and heavy fighting has been reported throughout the city. Most of the city is under Soviet control, now with the exception of eastern suburbs, where massive fires are still raging. When the fighting shifted towards the Imperial Palace, members of the Imperial Guard reportedly launched bayonet charges against the approaching Soviet troops. The palace was eventually stormed by a detachment of VDV paratroopers, who had to fight their way through the compound room by room. No prisoners were taken, but it is believed the Emperor was safely evacuated before the city fell. Alright, yeah, thanks for hanging out. And if anyone is interested in Paradox games at all, I like to play a lot of them, so be sure to follow the channel. You know, and I'd like to check out what, I'd like to check out... Dude, I like your Earthbound banner as well.
I'm gonna head out, guys. I gotta get moving. But,
Okay, yeah, I think this is a good place to call it. I took
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Yeah. Could you at least
I'm
just take
excited
the
for where this goes.
port, and then I'll
I'm
send my
moving
guys...
people there too.
I'm moving out. Just make sure the AI doesn't take control of my and like do something fucking stupid with me.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be done in just a second. All I want to do is start this
All right,
invasion.
no, that's all I ask. Is make sure they don't do something like completely stupid.
Like invade Ireland,
Yeah, I can invade
Or-
Ireland.
or send 80
or-
divisions into a totally already crammed thing.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, let's see. I'll see you both later.
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon.
I'm almost in the port, so
Also-
we could call it here.
Okay, I got the port. I'll just pause. And Steve, well, both you guys, get Grand Theft Auto 5. It's free.
I already have Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I know, but it's
Yeah, I
free,
got it
and we
on
could
Steam,
actually
though.
do, and we could do multiplayer if we all have it on.
I'm pretty sure we could still do multiplayer between Steam and everything. I might
Okay.
be able to re-download it. It's just a pain in the fucking ass to download that game because it's about 80,000 gigabytes.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't think my computer has enough space for it.
It might
Gotcha.
literally not. I mean, my old computer, it took up like half of it.
Well, just get it on. You don't have to download it. Maybe someday when you do have a good enough computer, you could download it. But yeah,
I mean, I have it. Like, I played it. It runs
Yeah, I know.
well. It just takes forever to download.
I got you. All right, I'm sending
but-
my.
Yeah, I might check it out. I've also had huge problems playing it online. I've only managed to actually successfully get into the game once online, so I have
Really?
some issues with it. Yeah, so I might give it a shot, but I'm also not super like after my last experience trying to get online to work. I'm not super like enthused about re-downloading it and then trying to get it to work again and going through Rockstar's bizarre, Steam equivalent that they have, which regardless of whether you have Steam or Epic, you're going to have to go to Rockstar's client as well.
Gotcha. All right,
I
so
don't
if,
know. So for me, it was just a huge headache, and I'd say give it a shot if you have it. Maybe you'll have a different experience. And I was on Windows 7 as opposed to Windows 10, which
Mhm.
might have, I've heard that it had issues. People have had issues because of that. So I'm on Windows 10 now, and if I try it again, well, I'll let you know what happens. But I mean, yeah, my last experience trying to get GTA Online to work was just a nightmare. But yeah, let me know how yours goes, because if it works smoothly, then I might try it again for sure.
cool. Okay, yeah. All right. All right, so I'm done with Hearts of Iron 4 for tonight. Then I may be doing. I don't want to stop streaming quite yet, but I mean, since a number of folks are in here, I may do another Paradox game, or I may play some Pokemon. However, I'm gonna take a break in the meantime, and I'll be back with something. Either way, this at very least is gonna be a weekly thing. So be sure to come back later. So I'll just take a break, and I'll be back in a little bit. Break screen. Hold on. Yeah, getting a multiplayer for GTA 5 would be real nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretty much guarantee you my computer won't be able to run it.
Yeah, your internet can barely run this. Okay.
Yep.
I'll take a break, and I'll be back in a couple minutes.